What's up, my friends? You are now listening to the Out the Trunk podcast, episode 002. We got an awesome guest with us here today. This man has put himself in a position to be the go-to guy for music videos here in the Bay Area. He's worked with artists such as Sob Rbe, Mozzie, and Young Pinch. I want to introduce you to my buddy and my pal, Mr. Tyler Casey.
How's it going, man?
I'm doing good, man. I mean, we talk all the time. This is just fun here.
Yep, definitely.
Why don't you tell them about what we had to endure just to even do this? I mean, we've went through so many different storms today.
Yeah. First, the XLR cable wasn't working, so we had to get that rocking, and then...
You know, it's funny. Anything that will go wrong, sometimes it will go wrong. You know what I mean? It's just kind of crazy. Like, you never know what's going to pop up, but you always got to push through, and that's why we're here. We've been here for 2 hours trying to do this, and we're finally doing it.
Rolling. It's all good.
So I guess my question for you would be, what put the camera in your hand initially?
Okay, yeah. So I was always kind of interested in editing in the beginning. So like I got Windows Movie Maker on like the old PC from like... I used
it and I loved it.
Yeah, I was on like my parents' computer down there, and I didn't even have footage. I was just grabbing like the stock footage they give you, like of the bear standing in the river.
Okay.
You remember that?
I do remember that.
And then I was like throwing star wipe transitions on it. And then eventually I got like a webcam, and I was doing school projects and like chopping those up. And then not really until I got like everyone remembers the flip cam. You remember the flip cam?
And okay, when you're saying this, what age were you?
This was middle school.
So you started in middle school?
Middle school, yeah.
Wow. Were you consistent?
No.
So was this something, okay, the same thing. So was something you picked up in the summer, you were with your buds, you're trying to figure it out, or was it something like...
It was just like whenever I had the chance to. Yeah, it was just every now and then. I did a lot of stuff with my little cousins too. We would just make like little music videos, little skits here and there. But yeah, I was using a flip cam. And then not until high school I heard they had video production, but it wasn't until junior and senior year. So I was waiting for that until then. I was like, oh, I really want to do that. Then once I got in there, that's where I kind of like, I don't know, started exploring more into it and doing music videos, doing little films and whatnot. And yeah.
So did you take video production class in high school?
Yeah. So I did that my last 2 years of high school.
Dude, some of my best memories in life are my video production class in high school. I would say junior year and senior year.
Yeah.
It's funny because I ended up going the video route, and I, you know, of course, like now content is huge, but I went the video route myself and just learning as much as I could. You know, we have conversations all the time, editing and stuff, but it was just kind of crazy because in that class, I didn't do anything. I didn't make one video.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
just
opposite.
Sat there talking to girls the whole time, but it's funny because I ended up loving it so much, but I never took advantage of it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a crazy thing. So what do you got going on right now? What's going on with you these days? What fills your time?
So right now, I'm mainly directing music videos. I'm going to school a little bit right now. I'm going to San Francisco State, just finishing up a degree there in cinema.
A good film program.
Yeah, so I've been doing that. Just taking a handful of classes right now, but I've been directing lots of music videos, and I've been pumping out like some YouTube content as well, just about like helping out people, you know, directing music videos and how to kind of get into it as well. Just trying to get back a little bit.
I think the reason that you and I are friends is because I understand how much the grind means to you, because I think we met close to 2 years ago, and you told me you've done close to 200 music videos since then?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Do you know how astronomical that number is?
It's pretty crazy,
Some people don't do 200 videos in their life.
Yeah.
I mean, 200 videos means that I'm not a mathematician, but I'm just saying you're pumping out music videos every week, I would imagine.
Yeah,
Are you shooting every week?
Yeah, usually I'll shoot usually how it goes is, I mean, obviously most people want to book a music video Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Those are usually the most common days. So
people work and stuff.
Yeah, so then usually my whole weekday is pretty much editing, and then that's usually how it goes. But yeah, I usually shoot 1 to 2 music videos a week.
I was going to ask you, because I got into like a pattern of this. Do you feel like sometimes you live a sedentary lifestyle because of how much you have to edit? Like, because you have to sit at a desk, you know, unless you have one of those stand-up desks.
I do have a stand-up desk, actually.
Okay, that eliminates it. But
I take breaks in between, but I actually just had a crazy video I just edited. It's with this rapper named One Ton.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard of him. His name's Potluck One Ton. And I helped my boy Hatch 86 Films on it. And then all of a sudden we got this crazy, I didn't know I agreed to it. And it was a crazy turnaround time.
Yeah.
And I literally turned around that we had like something crazy of like 27 performance takes that we filmed throughout the day. And I edited it in like one day. It was crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But I had to do it because
what's the most hours that you've spent editing at one time? Have you done an all-nighter? Have you done a 24-hour deal? Some people get crazy.
Yeah. See, I'm not that crazy. I don't know. I think I'm not one to do an all-nighter. I've done a couple where I did like a film festival once and I almost pulled an all-night. I don't know. I think I just make use of my time and I don't have to do those kind of crazy all-nighter things.
Yeah, those.
So
yeah, it's best not to just go so crazy. I know people like. I know one of the people that I know is named Damien Sandoval, and he's like pretty up there.
Yeah,
he does
no, I've heard of him. Yeah, I've DM'd it with him a couple times. He's cool.
Yeah, he's a really cool dude. I know that guy sometimes stays up.
Yeah.
For days.
Yeah.
And I think when you get to that level, you know, one thing that's interesting about you as well is that your philosophy on gear. We have different philosophies, but what's your philosophy as far as the gear that you use and what you would recommend to other people to maybe have the same philosophy? Because I think it's beautiful, to be honest.
I mean, I'm kind of curious what you think my philosophy on gear is.
So what my take is that you don't move on to another camera unless you've completely mastered the camera.
Yeah.
And you've moved on skill-wise, like you need something else because everything that you've done, you've completely outputted that camera.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of like, I don't know, what I've tried to do also, and so I don't spend as much money as well. Because you know how crazy film gear can get. You can all of a sudden,
it's never ending.
You could have already spent like $10,000 and you need this articulating arm to hold your monitor. All of a sudden, that's another $250. So what I started out with was a Canon T3i. You can get that camera on eBay right now for, I'm sure you've heard of the camera, the T2i, T3i. Yeah, of
course. It's like a staple, it's a staple beginner camera.
Yeah, and the DSLR revolution. So basically, I started with that camera and you can get it for $200 now. I think I bought it for like $550 at the time. And then once I outgrew that camera of shooting music videos on it, I upgraded to the GH4 and I stuck with that camera for about, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years. And then I upgraded once I felt I outgrew that camera. So I just feel like you should really outgrow your gear to the point of like where, especially like the cost of like how much money you're making covers what you're going to buy. But I don't know. It's just, that's the kind of logic I have on it.
What camera would you recommend to the person listening right now that's like, man, I've always wanted to get in here, you know, but I didn't know which way to go because some people are allergic to Google or they make excuses.
Yeah,
you know people what I mean? There's a lot of people like that.
There's people who want, which is crazy. People just want, and I was like that too when I was starting out. Like, I don't know. I feel like the best advice I would say is first you just kind of have to do it. Like if you have any access to any camera ever, whether it's your iPhone, there's great music videos shot on iPhones. There's anything, you can do anything on a phone. And if you want to step up your production value, there's plenty of cameras out there. Like I said, the T2i, let's say you want a camera under $1,000. There's plenty of good cameras. Like the Panasonic has the G7, which shoots 4K. There's the Sony camera, the A6300. There's all types of cameras you can get for under $1,000, under $500 that can get you starting shooting any type of video, not just music videos.
And we'll definitely put that in the description just for the people. You know, this podcast is for you people. It's not for me. It's not for Tyler. It's for the people to understand which way to go. You know, maybe you listen to this podcast and all of a sudden you want to get into video. And then all of a sudden you're in that rat hole too because there's so many choices. But we're going to give you the best one. I know Tyler has a YouTube channel too. We'll link that as well. Cool. What camera are you shooting on right now?
So I'm shooting on when I do my own projects and I don't bring anyone else on, I'll shoot on the Panasonic GH5S. I just got the S.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a solid camera. I also do all sorts of other stuff. I do like real estate videos on the side every now and then. So yeah, videos for businesses and whatnot. So I think it's a pretty well-rounded camera.
Sure. If let's say someone's a little past that. Let's say someone's really trying to get into it. What are kind of your principles for kind of thriving and at least making a living, at least covering the bills with video? What would you tell them to do?
I mean, if they're not already, if they're have they gotten started? Are they?
I'm saying they've already chosen a camera.
They've already chosen a camera, so
and they're just like, where do I go from here?
So where you go from there is you got to find out what route you want to take. So like, let's say this person where they want to. They want to go music videos or real estate.
Say they want to do exactly what you're doing.
Okay,
just
they want
making a living doing video.
Cool. So they want to do music videos, right? They want to be the next hottest music video director in wherever they are. The first thing I would do is I would get a lot of work done. So I would find the local artists around you. It's easier when they're right next to you. So go on Instagram, wherever you live. Like if you say, hey, I'm in, I don't know, Seattle rappers, you look up that hashtag. Then you go to all the artists on that hashtag. You're going to go contact them. You're going to say, hey, let's meet up and let's shoot a music video. Send me any songs you have, you know? So you shoot that song for free. Then you start meeting with these artists. You go to like local shows. You meet up with artists. And then you start building your portfolio. Because you can't really ask an artist to pay you to shoot a music video if you don't have any work to show, you know?
Gotcha.
So you definitely want to, I don't know, you kind of need work to get work in a sense.
All right, Tyler, why don't you walk us through how you got connected with Sob Rbe? You know, they're doing big things right now.
Yeah. So I shot a video featuring Young T.O. a while back, and I didn't really know who he was. And then over the year, I saw them kind of start to blow up. And then I helped on a video with my friend. It was Filthy Rich featuring Sob. So we shot that out in Richmond. It was a huge video. I didn't really talk to Sob at the time. I was just there helping out, shooting the video, doing what I can to help out on set. And then a month later, I was building my custom computer. So you have a custom PC as well, you know.
Of course.
Best editing.
So, just stop. If I was to give a recommendation, you can get so much value from building a PC over buying one. The specs that you can get from building a PC opposed to if you went to Best Buy is just ridiculous. All you need is a nerd to put it together. Seriously, that's all you need.
No, that's what I did.
Just a computer nerd. If you have the time to learn, you know, that's great. But if I was you, I would get your connections up and just try to, you know, hit up the person that didn't really talk too much in school, see what's up, and ask them if they could build a computer because you're gonna get so much more value. Go ahead.
All right, cool. So I don't know much about computers, and my friend helped me build it. He went home, already bought him lunch and everything. He hooked it up. And then my graphics card was like twitching out. And he said, you're probably going to have to return it. He ran a bunch of tests on it. He said, that's like, we tested everything else. So I had to rip the thing out of the computer. That took me like, I don't know, it took me like an hour. I just didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
So I drive back to Fry's, and it's like my 5th trip to Fry's. And this will tie in a second. And I pull up to the front of Fry's, and I see Sob XRB standing in front of Fry's. And I'm like, what are they doing out here in Fry's? So I pull up in my car, then I hop out, and then I walk up to Young T.O., the main person of the group, and I said, hey, what's up, man? I just shot that video with you and Filthy Rich. It's like, oh, yeah, how you doing? I was like, hey, let me know if you guys want any videos, right? It's kind of awkward, but I was like, hey, might as well just try it out.
Sometimes you got to go for it.
Yeah, man. I just went for it. I don't know. Just something felt right about it, you know? I was like, oh, I took a trip all the way out to Fry's. Might as well make it worth it. So he's like, yeah, let me get your number. So I go back to his car, I give him my number, I give him a business card, and then I don't get a response for a couple days. I shot him a DM, didn't get any response. Then a week later, I saw him on Instagram, and I shot him another DM. Then a couple days later, I got a text from him and said, hey, let's shoot. So he sends me the songs, I write up treatments, and we knock out the videos. So I don't know, what it kind of came down to was me sending that second DM and just staying consistent with it kind of got me that connection and led to 7 other videos with him.
And it's a beautiful time to be associated with them because they just killed it with the whole Black Panther thing, right?
Yeah.
They were on that soundtrack.
Yeah. Did you hear the song?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it was tight.
It was slapping.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite songs on the album. Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah, and they killed it. I think everyone's listening to that song right now.
Yeah.
It's a good time to be like tied in with them.
Yeah,
do you
it's
have any
definitely
other
cool.
videos that maybe you're gonna do with them, or you just kind of wait for them to hit you? And
it's just whenever they hit me, whenever they're in the Bay and they want to shoot, they'll hit me up.
One of my favorite videos that you did was Push Me to the Edge with Young Pinch.
Yep. Yeah.
And I thought it was cool because you could see from your earlier videos that you just have become so much more polished. Because it's just you out there with a GH5 and your ideas.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful part, you know, and you're making them work and they look so nice, you know, and I'm like, I have the same camera. I've always had the same camera as you have, but my shots don't look like that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it just goes to show when you put the time in. But I know there's a backstory behind that. Did you want to tell?
Yeah, I'll tell a
the
little bit
backstory?
about it.
Because I really like that story. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that video actually it actually sprung from a DM as well. I just DM'd the boy. I didn't even say let's shoot. He posted a song and I said that's a cool song or something. And then he's like, hey, I want to shoot this video. So I literally went home, same thing again, wrote the treatment that night, and I had a cool location near Monterey. It's like an abandoned naval base. I forgot the name of it, but so I sent him that. I was like, I've always wanted to use that location and it'd be sick for this song. So then I didn't think he was going to do it. And then he literally hit me up that morning. He's like, hey, can you shoot today? And I was like, that's 3 hours away, but yeah, sure, let's go for it. So we went all the way down to Monterey. He met me out there. And then we filmed at this abandoned church. And then I actually had him, like, when he sat on the edge of that, I was literally standing on the edge of that cliff. I couldn't get anyone to help me because it was so last minute. Yeah. And I was holding like a bounce board with one hand. And I was holding my camera just like this. Like I didn't even have two hands on my camera. And I'm like standing in this bush on the edge of this cliff, like bouncing light into his face. And
for the people that don't know, a bounce board is pretty much something that you bounce natural light onto a subject, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like a circular, collapsible.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to give him a little
yeah,
picture,
no, a little context. I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I'm standing on the edge of this cliff, like bouncing light into his face.
It's just funny, man. At this point, when you're trying to get from point A to point B, I think it's all about the hustle, man. Because for you to say, you say he hit you last minute, right?
Yeah, he hit me up in like the morning. It was like
Loops, and he hit you up saying to go to Monterey.
Yeah,
most people wouldn't do that.
I'm surprised he even wanted to go there because, like, I don't know, like it's like far. I mean, I gave him two options. Like in the treatment, I said we can either do it like San Francisco, or if you want to be really extra with it, we can go down here. I know abandoned location, and I know a giant cliff. And he's like, let's do the big cliff.
Well, I think you guys did it the right way. Because that thing it's over 1 million now, right?
Yeah, it's got like, something like 1.3 or 1.2 or something.
Did it the right way. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
The effects were tight. But keep going on the story.
Okay, yeah. There was actually a snake, too, when we were walking down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we almost didn't even film that, like, cliff scene.
Because you were scared of the snake?
Yeah, and I was like...
I'd be nervous.
Yeah, I scared it away. And then, like, I told him it was gone, but then when I was walking back up, the snake was back over the path again, and I was just like, when I went to fly the drone, I was like, thing just ate too. It was real fat. Dang. But yeah. And so then, So then I was like, what are we gonna do about the young pinch on the hook? He's like, well, you're just gonna have to link up with them somehow. Like, I'll give you his number. So
he's like, figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out. So then,
you're good.
So then he gave me his number. I tried hitting up Young Pinch. It was like almost impossible to reach him. Finally, he gave me a date and he just said, we're going to film on Main Street in Huntington Beach. So I drove down there with one of my friends and sure enough, Young Pinch showed up on Main Street in Huntington Beach and I found like a little side beach area. We filmed it right there. It kind of looked similar. Kind of had like a cliff vibe and I kind of knew what I needed because I already edited the first half of the video.
So you already knew exactly what you were going for?
Yeah, so I knew what I needed and then I just kind of like plugged it in and it worked out good.
Was he a cool dude?
No, he was super cool. Yeah, he was like, yeah, they're all really cool dudes. Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So then from there,
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so that same night, another member of SOB, King Rod, had his project drop a couple days ago. And he was talking to me about shooting that video. He's like, hey, I really need to get this video done. Like, my project dropped. I have no videos for it. So I drove straight back from Huntington Beach and we drove straight to Vallejo to shoot that King Rod video, First Place.
How far away is Huntington Beach from where you live?
Huntington Beach from where I live, it's like a 6-hour drive.
So it's like driving to LA, but even a little more.
Yeah, I think it's before LA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's about LA. Or no, it's past, I don't know.
So it took you 6 hours, and then you had to drive 6 hours back to get to Vallejo?
Yeah, we spent the night in Huntington Beach. We went early, spent the night, and then woke up, shot Young Pinch, and then we drove to Vallejo. And then I actually edited that video for King Rod because he had no videos out for his project. I edited that video that morning, and I had it drop by like 8 p.m. that night.
That's so gangster.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That means you were zoned in.
Yeah, I was like back, forth, edit. Like I really had to just sit there and edit that video. Like,
do you ever Like, do you have anything that you use to supplement your focus? Like, do you drink a bunch of coffee?
I drink a lot of black coffee, yeah.
Black coffee?
Black coffee.
Do you ever take Adderall before?
No, I've never done that.
Never?
No.
My friends take Adderall, and I wouldn't get involved with that.
Yeah.
But your focus is stupid. I've done some video editing on Adderall before. It wasn't recent. It was like probably like 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just too much.
Gotcha. Did you do too much editing, or?
It was just too much, and I was too on. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like if you were talking, I was so transfixed. Like you'd be like, dude, stop looking at me like that. Like it's just kind of crazy. But
yeah.
I think to know where you're going, you kind of have to know the past. And you know, we're all here in the Bay Area. It's like one big little world out here.
Yeah.
You know, and a couple years back, I've been wanting to tell you the story. A couple years back, there was a video director by the name of Eris Jerome. Eris Jerome was killing it for everyone in the Bay Area. I know he's done over probably 200 videos for the top artists out here. And he was killing it from like 2007 to 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And I see a lot of you in him because I see where he's at now, mm-hmm. and I see where you're at now. And this dude was shooting videos, the same thing, same rate you're shooting them. He lives in LA now.
Okay.
And I'm only bringing this up to ask you, what's your move in the next 5 years? Because you're only going up from here.
Yeah.
If you've gotten videos, and your videos are dope, you know.
Thanks.
Some people can get videos with people, and they don't get videos anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Your videos are actually good. They're only getting better. You know, your creativity is only getting better. So it's only right. In the next 5 years, you know, what are you looking to do? And are you ever going to make that move to LA? Because that would be the next step for you.
Yeah. So, I mean, as far as like the move to LA goes, I think I'm just going to wait on that until the demand gets there, until I'm having to, like, that Young Pinch video, like I'm making trips down there where it becomes like so excruciating that I have to. I like it here in the Bay Area though. Yeah. But as far as, in the next 5 years, I definitely want to grow my YouTube channel a lot more. And then, just really pick and choose the artists that I want to work with, kind of, you know, find things that are more, I don't know, like fuel the creativity a little bit more.
Yeah.
So like songs, I don't know, like that Edge video, like that was a lot of fun. Like I really enjoyed the song. A lot of the videos I've done with them, I really enjoyed the song. So I don't know, it's a lot fun. It's a lot easier to make a video when your passion's into it and your creativity's into it, you know, so.
Well, it's almost like, you know, when you're a music producer and you're making all these dope beats, but the rappers are horrible, but you don't have anyone else to give them to.
Yeah.
And it's finally like, you finally get that little speck of light when someone who's reputable and is making good music hits you up, and it's like, finally, I get to showcase, you know, this next level video,
mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, with someone where it's actually gonna get the views that it deserves, you know.
Yeah.
Because now, like I said, we're all in the same playing field. Everyone has the gear because everything is cheap. Like you said, you have a GH4, you mentioned the GH5. That's not a whole lot of money.
No.
If you you know, you can hustle a little bit and get that in probably less than a month, even if you didn't have a whole lot of sources to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So Tyler, you've been doing this for 2 years now, and it's pretty much consumed your life. Everything's about video. You've learned a lot. Your work is great. What would you tell the Tyler who was just starting out 2 years ago?
What I would tell myself 2 years ago when starting out is probably, I would say definitely don't be afraid to work for free, because I was trying to get paid a lot in the beginning, like expecting to get paid. So definitely working for free opens up a lot of doors, and it still does open up a lot of doors for me. I mean, every now and then you have to do something. I'm sure you still know, like you got to do things for free out of the passion, because it's not really about a paycheck. So, I mean, that's kind of what I thought at the beginning, because I was associating it with other types of video work. But I think that would probably really helps jumpstart any type of career. It's just doing it for the
free stuff.
Yeah, for the passion, really, not like find an artist you like and work with that instead of just looking for the next paid gig.
I think it's all about connections now, you know, because I tell people, you know, everyone that works with me, I tell them you're not going to get rich working with me, but you may get rich working with me. Feel me?
Yeah.
You're not going to get rich immediately working with me. I'm not going to be able to pay your bills. But later on down the line, if you stick with me and you put your heart in it like I do, you're going to get paid out because that's how it works. And that's pretty much the whole industry of creativity.
Yeah.
It could be in anything. It could be art, or it could be anything. Like, a lot of times you got to do it for the love, and then you'll get paid back later. You know what I mean? I think you've been an awesome guest.
Thanks,
I'm
man.
glad. I'm gonna have you on here periodically.
All right, cool.
Every like 50 episodes, you'll just come back, and we're gonna fill them in. But I'm just really proud of you and everything you've been able to accomplish so far. From afar, you motivate me to just keep going, because I'm like, oh shit, he's consistent. I got to be consistent.
Yeah, definitely.
So I appreciate you for having on, and we're out of here.
Cool.